Let's go ahead and jump in to what we had planned for you guys. So this week we were gonna jump straight into hooks, but we might spend a little bit more time kind of going over some round kick mechanics as well. But we didn't want to bore you guys too much and do round kicks 2 weeks in a row. So we're gonna mix it up a little bit, and I'm gonna jump into some hooks. So how do you learn how to do hook kicks? Step 1, learn how to throw your training partners. It's a little counterintuitive, but there's a judo throw that has a lot of mechanics that really relate to the way that we throw hook kicks. So I'm going to show you guys that first. So what it looks like is imagine that you're grabbing your training partner by their collar right here, and you're going to step in sideways, step behind, and then you're going to pull them and kick your heel forward, backward. So the idea is, remember what we did last week? Turning over into this T-pose. It's exactly the same thing, except when I turn over to T-pose, I can be pretty loose because I'm not supporting my training partner. If I'm holding my training partner, I'm actually trying to pick them up. I'm going to connect my body a lot differently. So that's kind of the feeling we want for this one. So how do we build that? Let's start facing that way, and all we're going to do is put our hands up like we're grabbing someone's jacket. We're going to lean all of our weight onto our left foot, and then we're going to make a solid line from our foot to our head and bend over and kick behind. So you're really engaging your glute, you're really engaging all your back muscles, and you're engaging your hamstring a little bit to make your foot strong. Nice from here. Just do a couple of those. It's like you're pulling with your hands and pushing with your hip and your leg. So there's one other part to this motion that I want to make you guys aware of. If I face you, so my partner's behind me and I'm throwing them, I don't just go straight forward. If I go straight forward, they can just kind of jump around me. So I need to actually twist a little bit too. So I'm going from here to here. Now that should start to look really familiar. Remember, shoulders twisting makes your legs stronger. Nice, guys. All right, try the other side as well. So grab your partner, pull them over your shoulder, and twist. Very good. So that's just an intro to that. It's a lot more fun. We can actually throw each other. But imagining that weight helps you make your leg as strong as you want it to be for the rest of these drills. So keep that feeling in mind. And we're going to go ahead and move on. So now we're going to focus on our standing heel. So let's start out in a chamber like we're going to do a round kick. And all we're going to do is pivot our heel to face in the direction we're kicking. So I want you guys to be super familiar with that motion. So if I'm facing you guys, I'm going to chamber. Make sure you get your leg up, nice and flat, horizontal, as high as your belt if possible. And then hands up where you want them, and pivot your heel forward. And then you can step down, reset. Chamber, heel forward, balance, reset. Chamber, heel, down, chamber, heel, down, chamber, heel, down, chamber, heel, down. 2 more on that side, chamber, heel, down, chamber, heel, and down. Good job. Switch feet. Try the other side. So guard up, chamber, spin your heel forward, step down, chamber, heel, step, chamber, heel, step, chamber, heel, step. Nice job, everyone. 2 more. chamber, heel, step. And last one, chamber, heel, step. Very good. So that one's just a calibration drill, mostly focused on balance and to get you guys familiar with that motion of twisting your standing leg. That's not really a thing that we ever do in context, I don't think. So let's add the next step and make it make sense in context. So now we're going to, instead of being in that chamber position, we're going to have our leg about halfway up. I guess I'll turn sideways. Have our leg about halfway up and not straight on center line. So I don't want to lift up here. I want to lift up a little bit forward. So this might be how we would set up for some types of hook kicks. And now we're going to kind of do that same throw that we did, except with our leg out at a 45-degree angle. So my leg is out, grabbing my partner here, twisting my heel, and that's going to help me send my leg back. So your standing leg twists heel forward just like we did. Your lifted leg drives back. So if I lift up and I'm a little bit forward of center line, grab my partner, twist my heel, and end with my leg a little bit behind center line. Try a few of those. So we're using a counterbalance of our shoulders to twist. In the opposite direction, we're twisting our hips and our legs. Up, twist. Up, twist. Try a few on the other side as well. So try to keep your knee pretty straight for this one for now. We'll get fancy and start bending it in a minute. So if we're leaving our knee straight, what muscle are we focusing on? What muscle makes our leg move backwards? Hint, it's my favorite one, it's your glute. So when you bend your leg, you're getting your hamstring involved too, which is just fine. But isolating a leg straight makes you focus on that glute. All right, so we did a chamber, we did a half lift. Now let's try putting that into context even a little bit more. So let's do it with a fast kick footwork. So a fast kick is when you do a slide into a chamber. So now we're going to slide into that lift and do the same exact kick. So you're going to slide, let your legs slip forward a little bit, and then torque your glute back and your shoulder forward. So this is going to feel like a really low, really weird sideways back kick.
So just at the end of the slide, your foot is supposed to be at a 45-degree angle in front?
Yes.
Okay.
Take a look, see how you're doing. Interesting. Okay, so I'm seeing pretty much everyone bending their knee a whole lot. So we are not doing a hook kick yet. Your knee should not be bending. So I think this is part of the issue with some of the movements that we struggle with is that our glutes aren't strong enough. And we can't push our hips forward. So one way that you compensate for that is by bending your knee a lot. So let's make sure that we're keeping that leg super straight and using your glute and the torque. Yeah, that's better. Nice. Very good, Peggy. Good adjustment. Better, Ramir. So our theme for this whole module is connectivity, and this is exactly the kind of thing that we're trying to work out. So if we don't even have an awareness of when our leg is straight and when our leg is not straight, we're going to have a really hard time getting some of these kicks dialed in. So let's double back and go back to the second one where we're just lifting. So really feel that leg locked out and straight. Notice my toe is pointed. I'm extending all of my muscles to make my leg kind of solid. It's not going anywhere. It's one baseball bat. So then when I torque, that forces me to engage my glute. That's the only thing that can act because I can't bend my knee because I've locked my knee out. So that's really the part of the motion that I'm trying to get you guys to get. So let's try that again. So pick your leg up straight, lock it out, and think about this like instructor Alex's point drills, right? We struggle a lot with Alex says point your leg and we go like this. That's not fully extended, right? I'm not pointing my toe and I'm not, see the difference? There versus there. You really want to lock those muscles out because that's kind of where you want your leg at impact when you're hitting your friend with a chest guard on. It doesn't really matter when you kick a paddle. You can be loose and floppy and it's fine. But when you put force on something that's going to resist it, you want your leg to be connected and strong. So let's try a few more of those. Leg out straight, point your toe, drive your knee straight, grab your partner over your shoulder, pull them and twist back. There we go. We've got it there. You can do that motion just fine. So keep that in mind. Do about 5 on each side. And switch. So if you do it right, after just doing 5, my glute feels a little bit sore. Just from holding it up for that long. All right, so keep that straight leg, strong glute feeling, and try to jump back into the fast footwork. So little slide in, and then the same exact motion. Slide in, hip strong, leg strong, knee straight. That's much better, everyone. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we can apply any of that stuff to an actual round kick. So go ahead and just do some actual round kicks. Do about 10 or 20 on each side. And see if you can relate any of those mechanics back to the motion you already had built up for a round kick. I'll do a couple to demo. You guys can go ahead and keep going. Take a look and see how you guys are doing. All right, looks pretty good. So now let's try adding in one more little part. It seemed like most of you were doing front leg hook kicks, and that is good. That's where you should be. Maybe a couple people might have been doing back legs, but let's try back legs now. So what changes when I want to do a hook with my back leg? Seems like a lot of stuff changes, but pretty much nothing changes. So now instead of just picking this leg up a little bit in front of the center line, that is to the toe side of the center line, all I'm going to do is basically do a step first, except I'm not going to put my foot down. So I'm just going to swing this leg to where it would go if I were just picking it up from here. I'm swinging forward, and I'm going to let that momentum carry me into the standing leg pivot. So I'm in my stance, I swing, I pivot, and then I'm right back to where I started with trying to engage my glute and drive my leg back. So let's go ahead and try that a few times. I'll demo a couple times and then take a look. Swing and hook. swing, hook, swing, hook. Other side, swing, hook, swing, hook. All right, keep going. I'll take a look. Nice from here, looks good. All right, very good. So I'm going to try to explain one more little concept, and then I'll pass you guys off to Instructor Alex. So when you do a hook with your hands, it looks like this. I'm going to drive that way. If I'm trying to hit you guys, my friend in front of me, I'm going to drive past, send my arm out, and then I'm actually going to pull my arm back in right before I make impact. So I'm going to go out and pull back in. So that's the same thing you do with your leg. You're swinging it out, and then you pull it back in. But you have to have something to pull against. So when I throw a hook, I'm moving my body past you, and that's what I'm pulling into. I'm pulling back into my momentum that I sent that way. So even if I'm trying to hit a target in front of me, I'm going to kind of do a run by and hit sideways. So when we kick, if I chamber and then try to hook like this, I don't have anything to pull against. If I pull on this really hard, it's going to pull me forward. So that's what this opposite shoulder is for. That's what that twisting motion is for. It gives this shoulder moving back, gives me some momentum for my leg to pull against. So if you try and watch, try to give you the right angle, try and watch this shoulder as I hook. It drives back. So my shoulder is here coming this way, boom, and my foot is coming the same way. So I'm taking my whole back and arching it and making a C shape. So that's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand with this throwing motion, is that your left shoulder and your right foot are connected. And that twist is what gives you the power to put your whole body weight into this kick. Same thing on the other side. If I'm using my left foot, my right shoulder is going to drive back. You can think about it like an elbow, like you're hitting a pad back here with your elbow. Boom. So let's try that a few times. If you've got the feeling of the shoulder thing, that's great. If you don't, maybe imagine that there's a pad behind you that you're trying to hit with your elbow. So your leg comes up and you're going to hit a paddle in front and a paddle in back at the same time. Boom. Try that out a few times. Boom. Swing your leg up, elbow and hook kick, same time. Boom. Other side. Boom. So if you don't have a strong back and strong glutes and strong hamstrings, this is not going to work for you. It's going to feel different. So if that's the case, just try to get a feel for the twist. Think about it like our balance exercises. This is literally the same thing. All right, try a few more. I'll take a look. Try that elbow and hook at the same time. Very good job. All right, everyone. Chariot and Kunie.
All right, everybody. So again, we're focusing on connectivity. We want to make sure that we are mentally fit and that we are physically fit. So you got to show good levels of black belt focus. So last week, we actually asked some people what they want to work on. You have to, if you want to become a black belt, you could think of a lot of things like, for instance, if you want to learn how to drive a car, you have to think, okay, well, if I want to drive a car, that's the big goal. But there's a whole bunch of little goals you have to accomplish in order to get there. For instance, you have to save up money. You have to know how to fix your car. You have to know how to clean it. You have to know how to drive your car. You have to get a license. You have to get insurance. There's a whole bunch of little things that you have to do in order to get to the point of driving a car and owning a car. So if we think of that like having a black belt, what can we do as mini goals in order to get us closer to being a black belt? One thing is having good black belt focus and showing us every day that you can not be distracted and focus on your techniques, because the better we do our techniques and the more we can stay focused, the easier it will be to actually get a black belt, okay? So make sure that you're paying attention. We actually had some students last week saying that they wanted to become Taekwondo, martial artists, and teachers, all right? We've also heard people say that they want to become really good at a certain sport or play good at a piano or some sort of instrument. Those things all take time, but the only one who's in control of that is you, all right? So do your best and show black belt focus through all our techniques, and we are going to start establishing control in our lives. So everybody, I want you to get in a kicking stance. Face me. Stop. Everybody stand up. Good job. All right, that's all right. We are going to now bring up our legs. So we're going to have and pretend it's like a shield, okay? So remember what we did last week? This is called the chamber for a round kick, okay? So we're going to bring up our leg like this and block like that, like it's a shield. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a warm-up. We're going to be in our kicking stance. We're going to do 10 together. When I say go, we're going to bring up our leg and we're going to pretend it's like blocking, okay? So everybody get in the kicking stance. Loud key up. Stop. We're going to do this. Ready? And 1. Hold it up. And down. Good. Ready? Get back in your stance. I got to see you get back in that stance really fast. Ready? And 2. And down. Good. Ready? And 3. Up. And down. And 4. Up. And down. Good. 5. Up. And down. Good. 6. Shield. And down. Good. Do it facing the camera. Everyone face the camera. Key stance. Low key up. Sa. Good. 7. Up. And down. Good. 8. Up. And down. 9. Up. And down. And 10. Up. And down. Good. Switch feet. Ta. Ready? And 1. And down. Good. 2. Up. And down. 3. Up. And down. 4. Up. And down. 5. Up. And down. Good. Again, when we're doing this, we're not just picking up our leg like this. This is easy. If it's easy, you're not going to learn anything. The easier something is, you're actually not going to get a lot out of it. If it's something that is difficult, you're going to learn from it and keep trying at it and getting better at it so that you can then get to that point. But once you get that point, you then can grow and get to the next stage, all right? Which can be a whole new goal entirely. So let's try to stay focused. Ready? And 5. Hold it up. And down. 6. Good. And 7. Good. 8.
Isan, that's 1.
Down. Good.
9.
And down. And 10. Up. And down. Good job. Now, when we do this shielding drill, this is like a giant shield to stop anything from happening. So if I have my leg here, is this blocking much? No, I'm not blocking my body at all. Look at me from the side. I'm just picking up my knee like I was doing those front kicks 2 weeks ago. That's not good. We want to make sure, like a round kick, it's up like this. Everybody see me? So I want everyone to grab a chair, and we're going to do this again, okay? So grab a chair, something you can grab. Remember, we don't want to just pick up our leg like this. That's not going to be good. Again, that's not protecting us. We want to make sure, if I'm holding on to something, everyone watch, my knee comes up like this, so that if someone tries to kick me, I could go bink, 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 and block it, okay? So let's do 10 more together. Everybody on your feet. Kicking stance out, key up. Aya! Ready? Leg up. 1. And down. Good. 2. Leg up. And down. Good. 3. Leg up. And down. Good. 4. Leg up. And down. 5. Leg up. And down. 6. Leg up. Down. 7. Up. Down. 8. Up. Down. 9. Up. Down. And 10. Up. And down. Good job. So when we're doing this, again, it feels uncomfortable. It's supposed to. It's supposed to be difficult. And that's okay that it's difficult. Everybody say, it's okay that it's difficult. It's okay that it's difficult. All right? So this is what you're supposed to do. It's supposed to be difficult. That's why we're doing it. Okay? So what I want to see also is when we do this, when we do a round kick, everyone throw a round kick. Let me see a good round kick. Kicking stance. Ready? And round kick, go. Aya! What do we do with our bottom foot, the foot that's on the ground? It pivots. All right? Do a couple more round kicks. Let me see that pivot. Ready, go. Aya! Good. Again, ready? Aya! Good. Again, we're kicking up high at our belt level. We don't want to be kicking down here because we're not going to gain anything and learn anything if we want to aim low. If you're going to aim low, you're going to get low. All right? You're going to get low results. We want to aim high and try to get a black belt. So that means we got to start kicking higher, okay? Because we want to get to that point. Ready? One more round kick. Aya! So again, that foot is pivoted. So everyone try this now, okay? Watch. If my feet are both facing forward and I pick up my leg, it's hard to have it sideways, right? What if I turn this bottom foot almost all the way behind me? Now it's easier to bring up my leg like that, right? So look at my foot that's on the ground right now. That's hard. But when I turn it, it's easy, okay? So try to have your back foot already pivoted like you were doing that round kick. And so when I say to bring up your shield, your foot needs to be turning behind you. Like that, okay? So let's try to do that on the other side now, okay? So, ready? Kicking stance out, key up. Aya! And 1, shield up. Good, shields up, good. See how my foot, it's facing behind me. It's not facing forward. It's turned behind.
That's 1.
Ready? And 2. Good. 3.
That's 2.
Good. 4. Good. 5.
All right, Isan, take a break.
Good. 6. Good. 7. Good. 8. Again, we're putting our foot down and we're raising it. 9. Put it down. Everyone put your leg down. Everybody put your leg down.
There you go, Giant. That's better. Make sure you're picking your knee up, not just your foot.
Good. Everybody, and kick your stance out, key up. Aya! Kick your stance out, key up. Aya! Good. And 10. And down. Nice. All right, everybody. Now I want you to throw some round kicks with the other foot. Ready? And go. 1. Aya! Step back. Good. 2. Good. 3. Aya, round kicks. Step back. 4. Aya. Good. Step back. 5. Aya. Step back. 6. Aya.
There you go.
Step back. 7. Aya. Good. Step back. 8. Aya. Good. Step back. 9. Aya. Step back. And 10. Aya. Good. And step back. Good job, everybody. All right. So now what I want us to try doing real quick. Last one. So Again, like I said earlier, these are supposed to be difficult. If we're going to be doing these techniques, we have to keep trying hard. And if they're difficult, that means our muscles are growing. The things that you feel in your muscles, like your glutes or your legs right here, or the back of your legs or the bottom down here, that tightness that you feel when you're doing these kicks, actually it's your body telling you that my muscles are working out. Which means the more we have that feeling, the more our muscles grow. The stronger we can get, the better we can be, the closer we can get to being a black belt. Okay? So being a black belt, the only person who's in control of that is you. So let's see you work hard for this last couple parts, all right? So everyone kicking stance, loud key up. Aya! Now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring up our leg like a shield. Now we're going to extend our leg and kick. Aya! And hold it. And then put it down. Now, we have to make sure we put our leg down, okay? I know it's tiring, but we got to put our leg down and do it again. All right, let's see good focus. Ready? 2, leg up, kick, and down. Good. 3, kick, down. Good. 4, kick, down. Good. 5, kick, and down. 6, kick, and down. Good. 7, kick, down. Good. 8, kick, and down. 9, kick, and down. 10, up, kick, and down. Nice job, everybody. Good black belt focus. Now let's move our chair to the other side and do the other side because we want both of our legs to be strong. If we want to be black belt, we got to make sure both of our legs are strong. All right? Ready? And 1. Aya! And down. Good. 2. And down. Good. 3. Aya! And down. 4. Aya! And down. 5. Aya! And down. 6. Aya! And down. 7. Up. Kick. Aya! And down. 8. Kick. Aya! And down. 9. Aya! And down. And 10. Up. Kick. Aya! And down. Awesome job, everybody. Now, I want us to do 10 kicks each side, and we are going to see if you can take what you've learned by controlling these movements and put them into your kicks, all right? So let's do 10 together. Kicking stance, loud key up. Stop. Ready? And 1. Aya! Good. I'm going to do the other side now. 2. Aya! Good. 3. Aya! 4. Aya! 5. Aya! 6. Aya! Good. 7. Aya! 8. Aya! 9. Aya! 10. Aya! Good. 11. Aya! 12. Aya! 13. 14. Good. 15. Aya. 16. 17. 18. Good. 19. 20. Nice job, everybody. All right, again, remember, to be a black belt, we need to know how to be mentally fit and physically fit, okay? So, again, we are trying to focus on connectivity and control. We need to know how to control ourselves mentally, and we need to know how to control ourselves physically. So, something I could control myself mentally. I could listen better. I could be patient. I can be respectful. I could try not to get angry really easily, all right? Those are all things you could do mentally to get us closer to being a black belt, okay? Physically, what can I do? Well, I can show black belt focus with my techniques. Pow! Pa! And really focus on doing good techniques every time I'm asked to. That's one thing I could do. What else can I do physically? I can do maybe 10 push-ups a day. And by doing 10 push-ups a day, I can make my body stronger so that I can do my techniques better. What else can I do for something physically? I could run to the park and back. And that's doing something healthy for my body so that I can be better at running, but also I have better stamina, which makes it easier for me in Taekwondo to do techniques for a certain amount of time, okay? So I want you to start thinking, what are some things that I can do that are little goals in order to getting a black belt, just like getting how to get a car someday, like getting my license. How can I get my license to being a black belt? Well, black belt focus and showing good technique is one way I could do it. So if I focus on that little goal each time I come to class, I'll be on my way of getting my next belt and then on my way to getting my black belt someday, okay? So think about ways and think about goals that you can give yourself to better yourself every day, okay? So let's, everybody, chitty up. And kunye. Good job, everybody. We are now going to turn it over to Instructor Owen to do our meditation. So please give him kindness and respect and listen. This last part's, all right? So let's go with meditation.
All right, everyone grab a seat. Cross your legs, stretch your back up nice and tall. You guys know what to do at this point, so let's just spend a minute or two together meditating, focusing on our breath or a mantra or any other exercising. All right, everyone, nice work. Let's go ahead and stand up and bow out. Face front. Straight up.